Who are these niggas?
I tell you who we are. We are Overall 99 Media, and we are the Blurred Cartel, GGC Mafia in the building. You know what I'm saying? We are here, and we are talking about Just the Fan Pro Wrestling Awards. We are here with the amazing Spider Cam from the Blurred Cartel. Introduce yourself to the audience, even though some of them know you, some of them don't.
Hopefully, by the end of the day, they'll appreciate my presence for being on here. But it's the amazing Spider Cam here, aka Mr. AKA. Put your mom in a thick of four leg lock. A co-creator of the Blurred Cartel. Files on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Spotify, TikTok, Twitch, all that good stuff. And I'm happy to be a yellow bucket boy. GGC Mafia, Overall 99 Media. Appreciate you having me on talking that wrestling.
Yeah, we gotta get Cam. I gotta get some more. We gotta do some more content. We do got GGC Mafia, so it's on the. And by the way, like I said, follow Cam, follow the Blurred Cartel. We got that already down there. If you enjoy this content, like and subscribe. And of course, we got y'all favorite son of Jim Cornette, the one who said the AEW women's division should be dismantled, kicked out.
I stand on that.
And
get it out of here.
ROH should be done with away from
Get
AEW
it out of
television.
here.
And everything will be, and everything else will be better. And TK still can't book, and he should have hired Gabe Sapolsky and all of that. Y'all know who it is.
Yeah, you guys remember. It's your local neighborhood scumbag. Here to give the folks their daily dose of dirtbag, same gimmick, different day. You guys know the vibes.
Yeah. And of course, you got me, Laugh until I made looking cute, looking clean, looking sexy, all of that. Ready to talk some wrestling. We got some wrestling news. SmackDown tonight, John Cena is making his first wrestling match of the year on the last day of the year. And the second to last day. It's tomorrow the last day. Well, for some people might go into the last day, depending on what place you are. And so we're gonna let y'all get to that. But we gotta give out some awards for 2022, and I doubt something happened tonight something could happen tonight that make us change something. But me and Tori and whoever will tell you next week. And I want to give out something first before we go. Gimmick match of the year got to go to Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville. I didn't put it on the list just because I want to give them love.
Was that this year?
That was WrestleMania.
Yes. Yeah, WrestleMania.
That was the second.
Yeah.
Which was it? Night 1 or night 2?
Night 2. It was on the weekend night. It was on the weekend night. I remember that.
Okay, that makes sense.
It was on with Pat McAfee.
Definitely that's gimmick match of the year.
Yeah, that was amazing. It was fun. I didn't enjoy. That was like something silly that I actually enjoyed throughout. We saw Wee Man body slam Sami Zayn.
See, unlike Anarchy in the arena, it was funny in a tasteful way.
Yes.
Yeah, you talk about most overbooked matches, definitely Anarchy in the arena.
Oh yeah, you put a hat on a hat on a hat on 7 other hats in that match, and it was still bad.
Let's get started with this award show. We're gonna start out big with the male wrestler of the year. We have Seth Rollins, Jon Moxley, Will Ospreay, Roman Reigns, Josh Alexander, Dax Hardwood, and of course Vikingo. Who we think gonna get it? Who we thinking?
With everybody here, Roman, he hasn't been pinned for 3 years. Obviously, main evented all the big pay-per-views. I think his earlier run was better than this one because he had the Logan Paul match, which was good. Don't get me wrong. And he fought Brock most of the year, so I mean, whatever for that. And then John Cena missionary style. That's probably his best promo going into it. Seth's just been a workhorse. He's revolutionized the U.S. title to make it seem like a main event title. Well, by default, because Roman has both other titles, but you know what I mean. Jon Moxley, 3-time AEW champion, thanks to CM Punk, I guess. And
still garbage.
He's been a workhorse. I'll give him that, but whatever.
Hold on. Do we give him points for being a workhorse if the work was bad?
It wasn't bad.
Bro, it was bad. It was bad.
Okay, fair enough. Will Ospreay has the most 5-star matches this year. Josh Alexander just been holding down the Impact World Championship. Dax Hardwood
didn't carry an Impact on his back.
Yeah, Dax Hardwood, tag champ, singles competitor. It doesn't matter. He's killing smaller matches, and Vikingo is killing AAA. But if I had to deal with somebody, I might have to give it to Roman.
Ooh, Roman Reigns. That's
Roman,
good.
but if that's not set in stone, because I might just give it to Seth. But
Yeah.
Seth has been the best loser.
Okay, see, that's what I was going. That's funny you say that, because that's what I was gonna get to. It's that freaking Seth Rollins has revolutionized what it means to really, truly. Because most people, when they think of somebody that's super over, that's a company man, you think of somebody that's just crushing niggas nonstop, just winning. And Seth's proved that he's a veteran in the way that he can actually put somebody over and still come out looking good, and he doesn't have to no-sell a bunch of it and make all of their offense look like trash. He can legitimately fucking get somebody over, but without making himself look bad or without making them look I don't know what the word, I don't want to say look like less graceful, but I mean, think about like with Goldberg and Stone Cold and a lot of these niggas that did no sell some shit. I mean, it sort of hurt the match in a way, though it did keep them protected. Yeah, they look like $1 million. They look like they're fucking trash in the whole division, but now your whole division looks like garbage. And we haven't had that problem with Seth Rollins. The people who beat him come out looking good, and we don't look at him any worse for it because it was an amazing match. I mean,
he has the most losses in WWE, doesn't he, this year?
I think he does.
Yes and no. I have to look at it.
Well, no, because I was gonna say if we look at like Akira Tozawa and we look at like some low card,
but they haven't had as many matches, have they?
No, I guarantee you they probably have.
They do have a percentage of who won and who lost the most. I was
gonna say, but I don't feel like WWE fans are really worried about it. If I'm being honest, it may sound like corny, but I really think in WWE, if the wrestler's good enough, and Seth has given us damn near is it over a decade yet that he's been in the WWE?
So Seth's had 118 matches this year, and his win percentage is 38%. So.
Yeah, bruh, and still looks like a fucking $1 million.
Still, that means he's lost over 80 matches, right?
Not really.
Well, no. Because if he had 118 and he's 38%, he probably lost. Well, yeah,
that's an 80. That's an 80.
Yeah, I was gonna say that might be close to.
Because like, what is 65% of 100 would be 65. So he had 18 more, and it's so
yeah, it'd be like 70.
About 70.
But believe it or not, Drew McIntyre has had 102 matches and has a 68% win ratio. So yeah.
That sounds about right though, because he's a wobbler in the losses and wins. Like they want to keep him looking strong, and he has that physique and he has the talent, so you can book him as that fucking like destroyer class monster, and we're not gonna blink at it.
Seth Rollins,
but that's why I would. Low key, that's why I would pick Seth. Would be my pick, just because he's proved that he can lose. And he's still over. It's still an amazing match. We still appreciate the art. Oh, that sounds corny, but I mean it though. Like Seth Rollins, I feel like he's one of those wrestlers that really treats it like it's an art. Like, and he does it beautifully. It doesn't look pretentious sometimes, like when Kenny Omega gets in the ring. And I'm a Kenny Omega fan. My cornet came out a little bit right there. I'm not gonna lie.
Olivier.
But I was gonna say it was hard for me not to call him Twinkle Toes. But
baby Cornette out here going wild.
Bruh.
I mean, listen.
But I'm still a Kenny Omega fan. Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi, the Golden Lovers, are one of my favorite tag teams ever.
Next is already better than Goldust and Booker T. Like one of the greatest tag teams of all time.
That was a funny tag team.
That's such an odd couple. That's the real ass odd couple, but somehow it worked. But I think it's just because the early 2000s were just extra debaucherous. We were in it. Shock TV was everything. So Goldust and Booker T just fucking worked for the time, I feel like. Not to take anything away from Dustin Rhodes or Booker T. Both of them phenomenal hands in the ring. Fucking amazing handles on in-ring psychology. Booker got the spin-a-rooney over. That's all we need to say about that. I mean, come on.
All right, let's go for some. Let's show some love to some other people. Jon Moxley did carry
Oh,
AEW every time they needed him. Something always happened, and he was always there. And he out with the locker room leader, even though it wasn't his fault. But he had to continuously. He was supposed to go on vacation. He took time away from his child and his wife.
He bled all over the place. He made sure there was plenty of barbed wire stock underneath the ring. He fucking tried hard to slide his razors underneath the ring.
In the words of my friend Jeremy Pierce, you're only as good as your book. And Jon Moxley, the booking was just obscene in some cases. I understand Punk won the title, right? Allegedly, Punk never won the title. He just wanted to do what he set out to do and work younger talent. But okay, he won the title. He got hurt. He got weakened. Moxley got it. Then Moxley beat him in like 20 seconds. And then
They still came to the ring, and and nobody tried to take a world title from him. I'm still mad about that.
No one wanted the title. That was crazy. That Ace Steel was the only nigga that came out.
I'm still mad at that.
Didn't nobody want that shit? Didn't nobody want that shit?
That dude he said, it's a contract in the ring. Anybody that want it, come and get it. And nobody.
And Ace Steel came forth, and then bit Kenny Omega later.
That was so wild. Will Ospreay is a 5-star match king this year.
But remember, folks, Gabe Sapolsky was sitting out of a job while all of this garbage was going on your television.
He's with WWE now. Will Ospreay, 5-star king. Josh Alexander held down Impact the whole time. Vikingo,
he did.
AAA, you know what he did down there. He had probably some of the coolest moments of the year. He had that Poison Rhino was crazy.
Bro, this nigga be doing moonsaults off of parking lot pillars and shit, bro. I don't even know how you do that.
Yeah, Vikingo can do whatever he wants. And
he's like real world Spider-Man.
And of course, Dax Hardwood had great matches.
Oh,
he did lose a lot too. If you watch AEW only, you probably don't know him for winning because for some reason they won everywhere but in the AEW. But which is also
put on some amazing singles matches this year, though. Out of this world.
And he also stated that he hoping to work with Cody Rhodes real soon, which was interesting to see.
Which is fire. I mean, let's be honest. They're going around. They dropped the AAA tag team titles a couple days ago. Freaking, they're gonna drop the New Japan titles tomorrow. I mean, well, no, Wrestle Kingdom's still 4 days away. I think they're gonna drop those.
I don't think they're on it, are they?
I don't think they're on it yet either.
Didn't
they lose the Austin Open for the belt?
No, they've still got New Japan belts.
I thought they lost the Austin Open.
Yeah,
I don't think they're on Wrestle Kingdom. I don't know. I gotta look at the card.
They might not be. Well, then they're gonna drop them at some point because they said they're going to Japan, and I don't see them just going to Japan to defend them and not lose them because I don't think it's worth either one of them flying back and forth like that. I don't think the New Japan check's that nice. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm still looking in on AJ Styles, by the way, for people that don't know. He seemed to got hurt. That might be a thing. I don't know what's going on with that, but we'll see.
Oh, R.I.P. Don West.
R.I.P. Don West.
Yes. That was super sad. He was one of the best commentators that Impact ever saw during the him and all the stuff with Sting, all of that. He should have been on more shows, but he was a dope voice for real. I just thought about that. My bad.
Yeah, I think they said AJ Styles might have hurt his leg, so hopefully he back. But
Bray Wyatt broke his finger beating up Jinder Mahal too.
That hinder.
All right, let's decide who we gonna do. Drum roll. Who do we give it to? Let's give it to Seth Rollins. Let's show him some love. Let's say Seth Rollins won Wrestler of the Year. Cause I don't think nobody else could do what he did and lose 80 matches and still be considered one of the top guys in the company.
When Cam gave us the numbers, that's actually I didn't think it was that bad, but it doesn't feel like even though he lost all those matches.
He lost to Ali one. He lost to Austin Theory.
Yeah, lost to Cody twice.
3 times.
Yeah, it was 3 times.
He lost technically he beat Roman.
Technically.
Technically.
DQ.
Yeah.
I still need that match one more time at some point in time, whether Roman has belts or not. We need the rubber match.
Yeah, let's finish that off. So we're gonna go Seth Rollins for male wrestler of the year. We agree with Sports Illustrated. That's crazy.
I mean, bruh, their list was actually with the. I've got some placement issues, but like realistically, I feel like it was a really well balanced top 10. Taking out any personal bias, just looking at match records and all of that, even from Seth Rollins' perspective, the high loss rate. I mean, the fact that he's still a believable contender for any title, even after losing all those matches, I think is a testament to how good he is. Because no one's gonna. I feel like you could literally, and maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like you could put Seth Rollins believably in any title picture, and he's gonna fill the role perfectly.
He's already a Grand Slam champion, so why not?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Female wrestler of the year. We have Bianca Belair. We have Giulia, Mandy Rose, Thunda Rosa, Jade Cargille, Jordynn Grace, and the New Japan finally got a women's champion, Kairi Sane.
Inaugural women's champion. Yeah.
Inaugural.
First one in the books.
Yeah. How we feeling about this list?
I feel sorry for the AEW women's division.
Yeah.
As always. Jamie Hayter has the title now, but they Rosa got her moment with Britt. It's fine. Mandy Rose held the title for 400 plus days. Do people care? I don't know. Do people care about her brand army?
It's a toss up.
Jordynn Grace is, I guess, is out there because she had the digital media title.
I'd have put Jamie Hayter over Jordynn Grace. I think Jamie Hayter better.
I gotta go.
She got hot, but she got hot way late though, so that's kind of.
Yeah, true. It did happen way later in the year.
Because she had her 360 moment with Becky. They put on 2 great matches at
2 amazing matches
and SummerSlam. Becky broke her collarbone but finished the match or something along those lines.
Or no, I don't know if she broke it or she tore her rotator cuff or something. Yeah, a shoulder injury of some description.
I can't wait for Kairi to face Sasha in the near future.
That's gonna be sick.
I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna go Bianca. Pretty much just the total package right now. It's she can work on the mic skills a little bit more, but everything else is athleticism, the move package. She's gotten way better since her NXT days. I mean, she could hold that Raw Women's title for a while.
Her gimmick is heel though. That's why I think her promos don't match.
I think she's gotten better as a baby face.
Calling yourself the best all the time is kind of a
the EST is I was going to say the EST definitely sounds like a heel moniker.
But Brett often came off as like a someone in the middle. Like I can be a heel or a face, but I'm the best wrestler in the world.
Total baby face until Shawn Michaels got the spotlight, and it's like just a bunch of degenerates and. DX was born.
Yeah. Generation X was crazy, man.
Yeah. Giulia is a 5-star match queen.
Yeah. And she just recently, as of a couple days ago, won the Stardom Women's Championship. So
she also just got the award she also won got second place. What was the second place in the Wrestler of the Year category?
Yeah.
Women's.
And she's wrestled banger after banger. I mean, she's put in the work.
Watch her, dog. She gotta watch. She is amazing.
She's good. She's really, really good. But if I had to give it to someone, I'm not gonna lie. Even as much as I love this list, as much as I love Giulia, as much as I love. I feel like, and this is just me personally, I feel like Jade Cargill's the only thing that Tony Khan's thoroughly booked right so far. in AEW, but that's just because it's simple to book a monster heel when they look as good as Jade does. And even if they are green, she's even turned that into part of her gimmick. So, I mean, real lemons out of lemonade moment there. So, it's... but I'd have to give it to Bianca, too, because she's so good, and she's put in... She's held the Raw Women's division up because we've said multiple times that we feel like they need a little, like there's plenty of female talent that you can bring up now that we can sort of add in to freshen up the roster. But the women that have been there have done phenomenally. And freaking Bianca Belair's been at the head of the pack. Even with all the bullshit going on, all the change in management that happened, freaking, I mean, she's stuck to it. And, I mean, I don't think, and shout out to all the women that we even talked about, because they all had really good years, but Bianca's was just better. She is the EST this year, I feel like. She's living the gimmick.
Yeah, she, one person, but since Sasha left and Becky been gone, she's the one person that you can guarantee you can put in the main event, and it's gonna be a pretty good one. So she's the one woman on this list, and she like pretty much dominated. I think she got pinned once this year. So that's an amazing.
Yeah, I think Clash at the Castle.
Yeah.
So she
3 finishers to pin her.
Yeah, so she's the only person been pinned. I think you gotta get a Bianca, even though we already said Jamie Hayter came on late. Taya Valkyrie also came on very late, so gotta give her.
Yeah, man. Look, this is gonna sound messed up, but when she got fired from WWE, I was like, how do you not see the upside in Taya Valkyrie? Like, bruh, she's so good. Da, 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 da. But then as I saw her on other shows after they fired her, I don't like her that much, and I don't think her matches are that good. And I was like, damn, I was just caught up in the internet hype train, yo. I was ready to ride for her too. I was like, yo, she was so good. But I look back on her past matches and there were some good ones, but like the internet hype was real, and I think I got swept up in it.
Her early matches in the year that's why she didn't make the list. Her early match in the year wasn't that good, but she kind of picked it up at the end. Jamie Hayter came on late at the end, but it's Kairi Sane came on the end too, but she broke too many like boundaries and barriers and stuff. So I just put her on there just for
Kairi. No, but all of Kairi's matches this year have been good though. I don't think she's had a bad match.
But she didn't start till like halfway through the year, so that's why I said
yeah, but still, she did. She worked overtime though, because I feel like she wrestled. I feel like it was even in that freaking small window right there. I feel like she wrestled in like 2 different tournaments during that time. So yeah, she started late in the year, but if you think of all the matches that a tournament consists of, she wrestled a little bit.
Up next, we have the match of the year: Cody versus Seth Hell in a Cell, Gunther versus Sheamus, Ospreay versus Naito, Josh Alexander versus Speedball, CM Punk versus MJF in a dog collar match, Cody versus Sami Guevara, Vikingo versus Fenix, Santos Escobar versus Ricochet. How we feeling?
There are a lot of really, really good matches on here. But if I'm looking at it from like just the Cody and Seth had such a good feel, but I say that and then I look at the list and I think about like the raw, like hard hitting of Gunther versus Sheamus. And fucking Ospreay versus Naito, even for as old as Tetsuya Naito is, that motherfucker is still really, really good in the ring. Like it, and for him to even keep up with Will Ospreay at his age, because I'm pretty sure Tetsuya Naito's in his mid-40s, I do believe. And I mean, Will Ospreay's not even 30 yet, I don't think, or if he is, he's early 30s. And I mean, that's just a testament all in itself. Josh Alexander versus Speedball. Mike Speedball Bailey's so good. He doesn't have to be a super buff dude for him to actually get across. Like his technical wrestling's so good, and he sells super well. Like he knows that he's smaller, so when these bigger dudes actually fucking knock the shit out of him, you feel it. You're like, my lord, but then he still puts on such an amazing show. CM Punk versus MJF, that dog collar match. I mean, you just encapsulate. That was wrestling, bro. I feel like that shit was wrestling. Like that was textbook. Like if you never showed anybody any wrestling and you got to show them one thing from start to finish of what we're gonna call modern wrestling, I'd show them CM Punk versus MJF as a whole. And like and maybe that's like a nostalgia bias because I'm old and fucking I think about CM Punk's ROH days and the way he did take the WWE by storm once he did get there. Freaking, I feel like Cody versus Sami is on here because of that sick ass cutter, and that's okay. This can be a spot fest of a category.
The last three are spot fest. That's not.
That's what I was looking at. But no, Vikingo and Fenix are both so good at their craft, though. That shit was art in motion, bro. If I could get into my hipster bag for half a second, like it was different. And I mean, Santos Escobar versus Ricochet is just chef's kiss type shit. Like they complemented each other so well in the ring. I think that. I'm good. Before I pick anything, I'm gonna listen to what you guys have to say before I give my pick because there are a lot of really good matches on here, and I don't know. That's a lot of matches.
So Seth and Cody, Hell in a Cell. The only reason it's not concrete match of the year, and it wasn't a real raw match. Cody was 2-0 going into this match, but I think the injury to Cody and him grinding it out and him still getting targeted on a torn pec, and it was just like the massive purple swelling and bruising on it. Seth with the chef's kiss with him down wearing the Duddy yellow polka dot.
He came out with the polka dots, yo.
So it was probably the best Hell in a Cell in a couple of years. Not to take away from I believe Becky and
what about Seth and the Fiend, bro? That was a real Hell in a Cell match. He got a toolbox smashed over his head, bro. It was so brutal. They had to stop. Yeah, they had to stop a no DQ match. He was really gonna hurt him.
One of the better Hell in a Cell matches in the last couple of years. Gunther Sheamus. I already knew this was gonna be a banger, and it was. This is real, like.
That was.
I heard people just.
That was strong style.
Frying games because oh my god, it's not Walter, it's Gunther. Blah, blah, blah.
I hate it so much. Just let him be Walter.
No, it's Gunther. This is a new form of Walter is fat and just like killing people with chops.
Yeah, but I feel like he was more imposing when he was fat, though. I feel like he was more imposing when he was fat, though. Walter was.
He said it was better for his health. So
I feel that. I'm a scumbag though, so I still want him to fucking get fat again and start chopping niggas down.
So
Mad toxic
everything about this match was just great. The opening with Imperium reuniting, just like the Brawling Brutes, they fighting while they're just standing there looking at each other, and then the striking was just amazing.
Butcher neck breaker.
Everything pretty much that time it was on point. Naito still going at it. Still keeping up with people like a Will Ospreay, who's just the aerial assassin for a reason. Yeah. I mean, Naito doing his thing. Josh Alexander with Speedball, they didn't even know what they were building towards in that match. It just was like, all right, we're going to hour. Fuck the other matches on the card, and we're going to pay for extra time to complete this match. They went 9 minutes, all the way up to almost the time limit. Josh Alexander, I'm not gonna say carried the match because Speedball, like you said, you like Speedball selling, but it was weird how he's like, I'm gonna sell this leg, but if I'm gonna kick you, I'm not gonna sell it. I'm gonna
sell it.
Okay, we're just not gonna limp. We're not gonna do any of that. We're just gonna kick barefooted with a fucking shin guard from Tiger Shotokan Karate. Okay, cool, whatever. But I love Josh Alexander. CM Punk versus MJF, like you said, if you pick one of these matches to show somebody, it would be CM Punk, MJF, and Isaiah will be Cornette approved for this ring
Definitely.
psychology alone of having a dog collar match. Don't give me all the double dog collar.
And don't forget, CM Punk came out to Miseria Incantare circa 2006 Ring of Honor. Like, come on, the nostalgia.
Everything was great. MJF is a student of the game, as much as Punk was. He'll take he'll incorporate any old Bret Hart match into one of his own matches, and it'll always get picked up. Cody, Sami, everything behind it was trivial and nonsensical, but the match itself was good. One cutter aside, Vikingo and Phoenix was a spot fest. If you like that, dive. I know Braun Strowman just pretty much got a wreck watching that match.
Yeah.
Santos, Escobar, Ricochet. Great main event. I think Santos should have won, but
I agree.
Another weird accolade for Ricochet. He won all the mid-card titles and wins a nonsensical trophy just to get views via World Cup. So fair enough.
Good match we got a good match out of Gunther out of it. So
yeah,
that was a good match though. It really was.
If you had to add a match in there, you had to add the ring psychology that goes into the match and the build of the match that goes into it. So that's why I will put it's either Seth and Cody or Punk and MJF. And I think Punk and
MJF
had
I'm glad I wasn't too far off in my thinking. Because I thought along the same lines. It's got to be either Cody and Seth or MJF and Punk.
If Seth and Cody was a true rubber match, then hands down.
Yeah, I was about to say. Even the injury added a certain flair to it, but we can't lie, and we'd all rather have seen them both at 100% going at it because it would have been way doper.
It added different drama into the match, so I can edge it to Cody and Seth. I wouldn't be mad at that. That's it, but MJF and CM Punk would probably get better as far as just like overall.
Who you going with, Tor?
I'm gonna go. I have to go. Even like I said, if Seth and Cody would have been way more, if they'd have been 100%, and they would have, because I feel like we'd have still got more after that. Even the rubber match, I feel like that could have been a drawn out like thing, but it would have been in a good way. But I think I got to give it to MJF and CM Punk. I mean, that was just classic wrestling. The whole feud all the way through. Think about when the 3 nights before the actual match, when MJF did the promo, I'm a snake, freaking the first time that he gave us the old, oh, we feel bad for Max, and freaking, I mean, they just destroyed CM Punk. And
I'm not even...
we got... Just all of it. Like I said, it was just so good.
I'm not even a CM Punk fan like that, but I get it. The match of the year. I'm not.
We can agree. We can agree on that.
I love MJF, CM Punk. Y'all like it. People love CM Punk. He reminds me of Aaron Rodgers. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we can't lie. If CM Punk,
they're really good at what they do, but
if they got over it. And they found a way to get around the whole fight, you niggas wouldn't want to see CM Punk versus Kenny Omega, honestly.
I don't think Chris Jericho in the locker room might not want to see it.
I think it could be a really good match. I don't
know if the locker room want to see it. That's
my inner fantasy booking Mark. Yes, he wants it to happen. I want to see Kenny.
I think Adam Cole be a better fit for Punk than
no, because Adam Cole just let himself go. That nigga got all extra scrawny. The short niggas.
We're not dissing Adam Cole today, Tor. We're going to
the short niggas in AEW are fucking taller than him. They tried to give this nigga a pink belt. I mean,
we're not dissing Adam Cole.
A pink belt in honor of fucking Bret Hart. R.I.P. Bret Hart. Amazing wrestler.
Owen Hart.
This nigga went from the golden prophecy to fucking a pink belt on
We got
Wednesday
dissing
night.
Adam Cole. I gotta protect.
Fuck Adam Cole, bro. He
shout
let
out
that
to my
shit go. He did
shout
that
out to
shit
my
over
school
some
teacher.
pussy too. That nigga was one of the best wrestlers we'd seen at fucking
Christ.
years, and went to AEW and became fucking garbage, bro.
Jim
How does that
Cornette-
make
I
any
know he's
fucking
gonna
sense?
go ape shit like that.
How does it make any fucking sense? He was one of the best wrestlers we had
Cam, I
seen
blame you,
in
Cam.
years.
It's your fault, Cam.
It's my
He's one
fault.
of the best wrestlers we've seen in fucking years,
I
bro.
didn't put
And
Adam
he
Cole
goes
on here
over to
because this is
fucking.
gonna happen.
Oh, I understand. Oh, my old lady's
Cole
over
ain't
there.
gonna be
I
named.
want to go over there and work. I don't want to be a manager and cut my hair. Fucking, I'd rather you be a manager and cut your fucking hair than go over to fucking AEW and give us some trash ass fucking feud that means nothing.
He wanted to keep his Twitch channel. What you mean?
Bruh.
He don't even be on Twitch. That pissed me off.
Bro, it's so fucking stupid. He was one of the best wrestlers we've seen in fucking years.
Now
Size
back
be
on
damned.
up, down, basically with the party again.
It's so fucking garbage, bro.
He's still on there with them. I'm like, okay, so you didn't even accomplish that. All right, women's match of the year. We have Becky versus Bianca. The women's war game match. A brand new contender that I had to put on here just because it was amazing.
It was
Sayuri versus Giulia. That's Giulia. I don't know how I keep saying it. Thunda Rosa versus Jamie Hayter. Sheeta versus Jamie Hayter. And Kairi Sane versus Mayu Iwatani. What we thinking?
Man, are we really doing deliberate? Because all of these were really good matches, but I feel like everyone's gonna just think like, I mean, it's Becky and Bianca. Like, and I love the women's War Games match. I thought that it was played out really, really well, but Becky and Bianca were both in that too. So, but
we talking about. We gotta let people know which one we talking about, right?
We're
talking about
Mania, most likely.
Yeah, Mania. We talking about Mania.
Oh yeah, okay. For you talking about for Becky versus Bianca?
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, I was saying they were both in the women's War Games too, though they were on the same team. Giulia's had an amazing year. Her and Sayuri put on a showstopper. I feel like she took the title off of Sayuri. Banger. Thunda Rosa versus Jamie Hayter. Shout out to Jamie Hayter's ass. That's what I've really got to say about that. Sheeta and Jamie Hayter, I enjoyed that match a lot, and Jamie Hayter's ass bounced thoroughly. And I mean, Kairi got an inaugural women's title. I mean, what do you gentlemen think? I mean, I feel like that's the easy splaining.
Cam?
Well, you keep saying Jamie Hayter's ass. I'm still a fan of Bailey's ass or Sky Blue. I mean,
Bailey's ass is killer. Sky Blue is somehow Cora Jade's twin. But Sky Blue's ass is fine though, but she got more like the petite. The misogyny's coming in hard, gentlemen.
Well, apologies for the misogyny, but
no, I enjoy it. I'm a thorough misogynist, especially when it comes to women's wrestling.
The women's War Games, it was fine, I suppose. It's like for the different dynamics that they have, even not in the match, like. Nikki ASH was on top of the fucking, or Nikki Cross at this point. I'm sorry.
Yeah, thank God she's not a superhero anymore.
And then Rhea Ripley, and don't quote me on this. They said Rhea Ripley is going to face Ronda at Mania allegedly. So,
that'd be as long as she takes the belt off of her, I'm here for it.
Fuck Ronda apparently.
Yeah, fuck Ronda.
So it was an okay match, I feel. Becky and Bianca was just the culmination of Bianca getting her title back, which it was still a good match nonetheless. I do like the Sasha match the year prior. That was pretty much it's pretty much a passing the torch match for what it is. Thunder Rosa, Jamie Hayter. I have my issues with Thunder Rosa and her matches. They're just like.
They're mess sometimes, and I feel like it's weird because she's really good.
she's okay-ish. It's not like
Well, I mean, she's really good in certain situations, and she's got. I love saying this. Thunder Rosa has great facials, bro.
it's not her matches aren't like mind-blowing, but it's just like
No, but I mean, she gets the basics and she executes. I'm not capping for Thunder Rosa. I'm not gonna lie. Fuck her. She held up that belt for way too long. We got an interim title out of that bullshit that we then just had to wait 6 months for her to fucking relinquish the shit. I feel like, and invalidate fucking Tony Storm's whole title run in the process.
Fuck Tony Storm allegedly. Jamie Hayter, that was a little good surprise to watch.
And Jamie Hayter's ass, bro. For a British woman, I ain't no British bitches had ass like that. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, Gigi Dolan's ass is always top tier.
Is Gigi Dolan British? I just knew she was Darby Allin's ex-wife. I ain't gonna lie. And I knew she used to have the tampon game back in the day. That was her gimmick. She'd pull out the used tampon and choke niggas out.
We're not talking about Priscilla Kelly right now.
I'm just saying. It was her gimmick. It was her gimmick, not mine. I just watched it.
Priscilla Kelly used to lick bitches and stuff.
Bruh. But the tampon was crazy.
And what about, have you watched the Kairi Sane one?
But she is, Gigi, I ain't gonna lie, bruh.
I didn't watch
that. I fight a lot of niggas to knock down Gigi Dolan, bruh.
Okay.
Gigi Dolan is in fact finer than Jamie Hayter, but Jamie Hayter's ass is still top tier.
So we're choosing Bianca versus Becky.
Right.
All right, so we're going Bianca versus Becky. And while we're going over that, we will go over the feud of the year. We have Punk versus MJF, Briscoes versus FTR, Josh Alexander versus Moose, Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes, Becky Lynch versus Bianca, Britt Baker versus Thunda Rosa because they hate each other in real life, Brawling Brutes versus Imperium, a latecomer to this list, but oh my God, that was so good.
Give us the breakdowns, May. What are your feelings on all of these?
Punk versus MJF was really good. The ending kind of got messed up because Punk went to business for himself. Briscoes versus FTR. It wasn't on TV, but I watched all the Briscoes videos on Facebook.
Nasty though.
I watched the Briscoes. I watched the matches. I watched all the Briscoes in a forum dissing FTR, talking about Triple H made you. Nobody knew who you was before Triple H got y'all together and made y'all the Revival. And I'm like, that is kind of true. You put y'all together and made.
I was say,
they could again. We're gonna say they might be going back soon. So going back to Pop 8,
which would be fire because we all want the Usos versus the Revival. We all want Street Profits versus
a real one, not one where they like throwing pies and
I was gonna say no Usi hot this time. Oh, what if What if with Usi taking? What if with Usi taking over, we get Usi hot back? That's crazy. Okay, sorry, got us off track. Continue, sir.
Josh Alexander versus Moose carried this Impact for a long time and kept it going.
Moose speared that nigga's wife.
Impact
how's the black man just out here spearing women on TV, and that's how it's going down. That's how the black champions roll, and he's out here spearing bitches. Pimp game strong.
Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes was amazing, by the way. I had to show them love. They had a good 3-piece. And the surprise of Cody Rhodes is also going Moment of the Year. They also have Match of the Year. You got Moment of the Year and Match of the Year ID too. You had to put them in there. Becky Lynch versus Bianca was really good. They were spread out, but it was good regardless of being spread out. And you had Britt Baker versus Thunda Rosa. They real life hate each other, and that beef was like on some real stuff outside.
Yeah, you felt it.
We had people talking about she was hiding in the bathroom.
Jamie Hayter was gonna beat that ass, bruh.
Yeah, she was hiding in the bathroom. They was stiff. They bring out all kind of sandbagging claims. It was real life drama.
I'm not gonna lie, that match did look like she was sandbagging, regardless of what she says.
I know y'all say this. We know Britt Baker versus Thunda Rosa. I know we say why Punk versus Elite. They never had a match, so I can't put them in there, even though that's the same situation, but it's a little different. But
yeah.
And then we had Brawling Brutes versus Imperium, which came out as one of my favorite things.
I think we put this on here purely just because we got Sheamus versus Gunther out of it.
I liked all of them, to be honest.
I mean, it was all good, but I mean, let's not lie about what the meat of the matter was.
It got Sheamus. Butch is not known as Pete Butch Dunn is not known as
Pete Butch Dunn is crazy. Let's not pick one or the other. Don't put them together. That's
Butch is just he said it. His name is Pete Dunn. Butch is just his nickname.
He's got to pick. Pete Butch Dunn is crazy.
Butch is his nickname.
Pete Butch Dunn is nasty.
Yeah, thank you. See, Cam is like that. That's wild.
That's what's on his Twitter because he said that's his nickname. And that's why that's why his name.
So
he can always go back to Pete Dunne at any time, which I like. He can always go back to Pete Dunne.
Then why hasn't he done it? Because Butch was fucking wild.
Because
Vince was on his stereotype shit when he was out in that. He was like, "You're British. Your name is Butch, and you're wearing a fucking popper's cap."
And he got away from being Scrappy Doo once Triple H got in charge, and that made that group so much better.
He's still low key Scrappy Doo. Look at fucking Ridge Holland and Sheamus.
It ain't quite the same, dog. He was
I'm talking about he's back to snapping niggas' fingers and shit. But I mean, if you look at him compared to the other brutes, that nigga's still Scrappy Doo.
That man on the Vince was doing this, and they were holding him and picking him up while he was doing this, all walking off. I said, bro, what is that? But yeah, that's the feud of the year. You know what I mean? That's the feuds of the year. Cam, what you got?
You gotta be MJF Punk. Yeah, I mean that's for me. The Briscoes FTR, that was just like, I'm glad we got 3 matches out of it, and I'm glad
the story, even though the story was still there, kinda.
Yeah, but the story was just.
It was just mad. The story was mad, and the fucking matches were amazing.
I think Moose's better story was being a random champion. I think he was TNA world champion, running around with that white TNA belt.
Yeah,
I think that was a better story. Seth versus Cody was just a thing. I mean, you can't really call it a feud if it was.
I was about to say because it took place over like a month.
Yeah, Becky and Bianca is also a good feud, but due to the fact that it took a while to get back to where it's at because Becky was wrestling Dewdrop and all this extra shit.
That shit was crazy. They just wanted some European on European violence.
Yeah, and then breaking Thunda Rosa. I mean, Thunda Rosa.
It was fun to hear Thunda Rosa was hiding in the bathroom. I ain't gonna lie.
Right, and Brawling Bruce Imperium. Whatever. It was pretty much Sheamus, Gunther. Whatever. So I'm gonna go CM Punk, MJF.
I think I'm going the same thing. Tori, do you agree?
I do, but I want to give some love to fucking the Briscoes and FTR because they did numbers with no TV backing at all, and those matches still drew to a certain extent. We're not talking like record buys or anything, but way better than a fucking skeleton promotion like ROH is. You know what I mean? It did some really good numbers, and they got 3 super sick matches out of it. And I mean, the last one, I don't think if you put any other 2 tag teams damn near in the ring in a dog collar match, even if they were good, I still don't think it would. I probably still would have been like, this is kind of blah, because I feel like the dog collar match is really it's harder to pull it off than like niggas like Punk and MJF and freaking FTR and the Briscoes make it look, because those are all like, you gotta think these are all like for real. And even for MJF, he's gonna be there eventually. These are like legitimate masters of their craft type shit, like FTR and the Revival, FTR and the Briscoes. I mean, arguably the 2 best tag teams in the world. I feel like you could put that argument up, you could put the tape up, you could show the matches, and you could be like, I mean, look at it. The evidence is there. So I just want to make sure that I give a shout out to that, because even though we didn't get some poorly booked, because let's be honest, if Tony Khan's booking it, it's going to be a poorly booked, freaking melodramatic, I don't know what you want to call it. Somebody's going to have a passive aggressive answer for everything.
No love for TK's booking?
Never. How did he let Gabe Sapolsky go without a job for fucking 2 years before Triple H got in charge and hired him back in WWE? How do you have one of the greatest book? This nigga booked Perk Angle, bro. He booked Perk Angle.
Not a perk game. Let's go through a lot of these very quickly.
But yes,
we only went through 5 and 50 minutes, so we're not trying to keep the rest of these because we got I think we have 10 more to go. So I don't want this to be too long on Cam. Cam got 3 more shows. So, another show coming up. So newcomer of the year: Roxanne Perez, Braun Breaker, Cora Jade, Carmelo Hayes, Billy Stark, Nick Wayne, Solo Sikoa, and of course the 3-match scammer king who actually didn't take his crypto out. He actually didn't even
scam God Paul.
He actually didn't even take his crypto out, which was always so interesting.
He never sold. He never sold, bro. He still got.
I don't know if you can consider that a scam if you never sold.
I was going to say, low key, he might not have scammed because he never, unless he's got a bunch of smaller wallets that he did sell.
But we never found that out.
We never found that out. Allegedly. We don't want the Impulsive Empire coming after us. We don't want no beef.
He got that bread. But I just want to make sure we know that.
You want to end up in a landfill in fucking Puerto Rico?
Yeah. Who do y'all got?
I have to give a shout out to Billy Starks because she wrestles out of Indiana and she's just super amazing. Freaking Nick Wayne too. Oh, there are so many young people on this list, but I almost feel like, and Solo Sikoa, yes, he is part of the Samoan dynasty, so I feel like the niggas just come out of the womb knowing how to wrestle, honestly. But I damn near feel like Impact, if we're talking off of Impact, Logan Paul might have been the newcomer of the year, bro. 61 million views off of, it was a splash on the Roman Reigns, arguably the best wrestler in the world today. But, the numbers. And Braun Breaker, he barks and his spear is nasty. I am the table, bro. He was the table. And then put Roman through one. But he was the table.
Yeah. Cora Jade and Roxanne, I also want to give Roxanne Perez went out and had a year. I
feel like she just got skyrocketed. It was 1 minute she was at Booker T's school, then she was in
crying.
Bro, she went on SmackDown and the Fox people were like, "Who is that?" the crowd didn't even cheer, and then they saw her and they're like, "Who is this girl? Why is she wrestling?"
Who the hell?
That's how you know it's a Briscoe.
Carlo tag. Who the hell is that?
The main roster of people don't care about no new people that come up at all. But Roxanne Perez won them over during the match, and I'm like, that's hard to do.
You think that's why they ain't pulled the trigger on Braun Breaker yet? They're like, what if the public at large just don't give a fuck about this nigga being Rick Steiner's son?
Well, if they explain who he is, I think people like
shit. Barely.
But man. See, but there's some really, and Nick Wayne, he's super young. I think Nick Wayne's all at 18 years old, and he's got the Darby Allin seal of approval. I think Carmelo Hayes is garbage. You guys put him on this list.
Wow.
Carmelo don't miss. What is wrong with you, Tor?
I'm sorry. That was my hating ass nigga. I'm not gonna lie. But low key, like I said, I think if we're talking off of Impact, I might go Logan Paul newcomer of the year. That's one of you guys can talk me out of it.
I'm not mad at Logan Paul.
True. Cam, how you feeling about the list?
I'm not mad at Logan Paul, Roxanne Perez. I think she's next year, not this year. Braun Breaker he's put NXT on his back via there's nobody else to hold the title. Pretty much, Cora Jade is going through a transformation, so she just did a heel turn. I think she's next year. Carmelo Hayes has been very consistent, despite the random loss of the title, and then him getting the title.
For no reason.
Yeah, and then Trick Williams is a national treasure. Solo Sikoa, maybe next year. Right now, Nick Wayne, along with Billy Stark, all these things is they are newcomers, but I think they're gonna hit their peak next year, which is 2 days from now. But going into 2023, Logan Paul just hit it and quit it. But actually, no, he had 2 matches. He had WrestleMania, and he had
WrestleMania and
yeah, Blood Money.
Yeah.
And then wait, the match with The Miz too.
That was last year.
Oh,
last
okay.
SummerSlam. Last SummerSlam. Yeah.
Okay.
He had told 3 matches.
Yeah, so I mean, just they took a chance. They believed in him, and I want to give a shout out to Pat McAfee also. So let's not.
Yeah, bruh. I wish we could see Pat in the ring more though.
But Pat had his debut with Adam Cole on NXT.
Yes, and it was amazing. Another testament to the downfall of Adam Cole.
So I might have to get to Logan Paul just because, or Carmelo Hayes. But everybody
Carmelo Hayes is. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
The only person I ever met that don't like Carmelo Hayes.
Melo don't. How can you not like Trick Williams?
Trick Williams is hilarious.
Bruh. It's so corny. It's so fucking corny. And not in the good. But I respect everyone's opinion. That's the beautiful thing about wrestling is that everyone can like everything. Or you can like nothing and bitch about it like I do. But
we're giving it Logan Paul. Impact wise, he got the numbers. He got everything.
Bruh, wrestling Roman Reigns for your 3rd match ever. I mean, you got to get some points for that.
Yeah. Let's go into moments of the year. We have Sami Zayn embraced by the bloodline. That big old hug after War Games. The story they finally accepted. That was a big moment that a lot of people felt like he might got betrayed, but he didn't. And that was a big moment. CM Punk brawl out media scrum was a moment of the year candidate. Why? Because it literally changed the course of the hot streak that AEW was on.
Mm-hmm.
Vince McMahon return was a game changer.
$30 million, bruh. $30 million in hush money, allegedly.
The hush money.
Suzuki Gun breaking up. Stone Cold returns. We didn't know if we really gonna see it. He was like, I don't know. And back to the biggest pop of the year still to me. I had to listen to all of them over and over on TikTok from a live audience crowd. And I'm like,
yeah, it was a crazy pop.
You listening on TV the way that Chicago arena made CM Punk's mic was longer and all that, but that was last year. But yeah, but Stone Cold return was crazy. Brock Lesnar lifting the ring at SummerSlam was probably one of the wildest things I've ever seen in a wrestling ring.
That nigga flipped that shit with a fucking forklift, bro. Not a forklift, a freaking bulldozer, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was he did like
the Brock dozer.
The Brock dozer.
He actually moved the ring, which scared me too, because I'm like, yo, I don't know if you were supposed to.
I was about to say you didn't know if that was a work or if it was a shoot. I was like, did he mean to do that?
Yeah, because if he ain't in the right spot in some random chair there when Roman fell, that might not be good. Logan Paul's viral. We had to put this on here. Logan Paul's viral frog splash because it is the most watched thing in wrestling this year. So
61 million views.
So it has to be on there. And Cody Rhodes returned to WWE, which we all knew, and they're probably one of the most talked about moments of the year, besides maybe the CM Punk brawl out thing.
Yeah.
Online.
Cody jumping ship on TK. He was like, man, this booking is trash. Let me get over here.
All of this is great stuff, but it gotta be Vince.
Bruh.
Like
Vince.
Sami Zayn getting embraced by the bloodline is bound to happen. CM Punk, what happened after the media scrum? And we didn't know when it was gonna happen. Niggas was getting bit. A dog's teeth got knocked out. This is a bunch of bullshit.
How you gonna knock out that nigga's dog's teeth? Low key, I need the 1-on-1 again after you fuck up my dog. We gotta go again.
Austin returning was all right. I'm glad
he looked amazing though.
I'm surprised Austin took some bumps on there.
On concrete, bro.
Yeah, Brock Roman was whatever. It was fine. Suzuki Gun breaking up. All them niggas in Japan getting old. So
yeah.
Cody returning. The return wasn't too big. It was big then, but it's like there's no explanation why he did it. But you could just leave it to assumption. So it's just like it's not as big. The Vince went up. Vince has been there through sexual allegations. He's been there for steroid.
And now you got somebody coming out with another one saying that he R-worded her in the limo.
he had niggas die on fucking live TV.
R.I.P. Bret Hart. Not Bret Hart.
He's saying Bret.
Not
He had
Bret.
on live TV. He had niggas just like on lawsuits. He had and Jesse Ventura has been one in a wrestlers union for eons. And
they honestly need one. They honestly need one because the independent contractor rep is garbage.
And also just he said nigga on live TV. No, I give a fuck. He wore a do-rag.
Never forget.
Oh, white dude.
What's up, my nigga?
He said, "What up, my nigga?" to another white man.
And Booker T just let that shit ride.
Yo,
like his paycheck was on the line.
They did Booker T so dirty in them years. That man got beat up by.
Also, don't forget Vince McMahon beat the U.S. government. I mean, and then he goes down and has to leave his company for a hush money.
Bruh.
Yo,
2022, bro.
He had a match with God.
He did have a
match with God and won.
One. It's Vince McMahon won God nothing, nigga. Who else can say that?
Vince McMahon had the big. He had some balls,
bruh. And it's I'm low key. I'm so happy he retired because if you've been watching the wrestling show for a while, I'm pretty sure I've been on record saying that there were times in my life back when NXT was happening where I was like, damn, I hope somebody murders Vince McMahon so Triple H can take over. And then that nigga went and retired, so that didn't have to happen.
I thought we was going to monetize this episode. We not. Saying I hope that nigga dies wild. Come back of the year. We voted Vince retired.
No, I'm saying that is what I said at one point in time. I'm not saying he's retired now. He's out of the game. I don't have to worry about that.
I think we all agree Vince retiring and making WWE better and a lot more profitable is probably what happened this year. Come back. Everybody in agreement on that, right, Vince?
Yes, Vince McMahon retiring. Yeah. It changed the face of wrestling, literally.
Comeback Wrestler of the Year. Cody Rhodes coming back to WWE. Bray Wyatt coming back. Shibata after everything he's been through. Stone Cold Steve Austin after how long? Decades?
Yeah, it's been like 20 years, I think, damn near, since he actually wrestled a match, I feel like.
Hobbs coming back from whatever his situation. And Damage Control.
I was gonna say it gotta be Shibata. Like that nigga shouldn't be in the ring.
Katsuyori probably he shouldn't be. I was gonna say so many concussions and fucking, but he's there.
True. Let us know in the comments what do y'all think? If y'all agree with our list or not, you can go over your list. You can tell us what you agree in the comments or whatever. Even after the show, we don't mind, but we always want to know what our audience think because we just three people. You know what I mean? We just three people, so let us know.
It's just niggas talking about wrestling.
And like I said, come back. It is Shibata. It's easy. I don't have to really speak on nothing else. Damage Control had an impact, but then it's kind of Bianca
Damn,
beat all
they
three
did
of
them bad though. And they still got the. I didn't think about that till Kim said it last night. They still got the belts though, even though they've been taking L's.
Technically, Bianca could take they belts too by herself. Like, hey. She already beat all three of them. Yo, that was horrible. You had a ladder match and you had all three of them with no disqualification. Bianca, no help, beat Bayley.
No help.
I ain't gonna lie.
And a no DQ match. That means they can help all they want. They can cheat
this
the whole
might be
time.
Casual conversations leaking in, but have you guys noticed Australia has a very wide. Australia and New Zealand, they got a varying degree of super bad bitches that be coming out of there. Because it was like you got Dakota Kai's one type of sexy, Rhea Ripley's another type of sexy. You had freaking the Iconic. The Iconics were from. There's some varying degrees of sexiness coming out of Australia. Sorry.
WWE just take their best. That's all. Don't let it trick you.
Oh well, okay. When you put it like that.
Hey, listen, we don't want nobody. Shawn Michaels on fire. If you talking about fine women going to NXT, Shawn Michaels like, I'm on a street.
Shawn Michaels searching out the female talent is low key kind of crazy.
He
must still be having some sunny days.
Tori,
no,
has he
hasn't.
That list is.
If we get a Shawn Michaels scandal, would it be super crazy? I don't even mean anything like criminal. We just feel like we just find out Shawn Michaels knocking down some super young chick. Not like.
Yikes.
Yeah, after I said it, I was like, that sounds crazy.
We sure not getting.
Of course, legally, we're of legal age.
Cam, did you see the performance center once they bring it in? That man don't miss. That's all I gotta say.
He's doing the Lord's work.
He missed with Carmelo Hayes.
Here we go.
I don't even think he was around when they signed Carmelo, but I think Carmelo was in that class right before Triple H got sick.
Oh yeah, he had the heart thing.
Yeah, I think that was the last class. That was Brian and Carmelo now. And Cora J, I think. Most improved wrestler of the year: Mandy Rose, Tiffany Stratton, the Acclaimed, Willa Yuta, and Powerhouse Hobbs. Cam, how we feeling?
Yes, I feel like this one's a little bit harder, kind of.
I'm going with the Acclaimed. Well,
everybody loves the Acclaimed.
Go. Maybe I don't know. They're still pretty shit in the ring. I might go Yuta, maybe, just for enabling the BBC style.
the BBC. Shout out to Willie Yuta for bringing the BBC to Dynamite. Still flying the flag. It's hard because Mandy Rose, self-made millionaire out here now, but she got so much better. Like I said, I'm on record. I hope she doesn't come back to wrestling. I hope she goes full-on OnlyFans girl and makes millions of dollars. I will find a Reddit link somewhere to her content.
We thought you was almost there to feminism, and then you done went.
And never. Tiffany Stratton did get a lot better this year. The Acclaim just. I feel like the Acclaim they got better, but I feel like they really just sort of got over this year. So I don't know if really they come in with most improved, most grassroots getting over maybe. Wheeler Yuta he has gotten better from when we first saw him. I just remember, y'all remember when he had them crazy line tights that just had like the purple and blue lines going up. They were super generic. He just looked like a for real like.
When they put the best friends, I ignored him on purpose. Every time
it's so messed up because
I turned him off.
The best friends are like, well, he was just like them. They look like a bunch of people's random creator wrestlers.
And I turned the TV off every time. Even though I love Orange Cassidy, I turned.
Yeah, you love Orange Cassidy, but you turned off the best friends. Orange Cassidy.
If he was by himself, he was cool. But
hey, no, I understand it though, because I'm a fan housing of Danhausen, but I don't care for the best friends either. So, but I feel like Powerhouse Hobbs really has gotten so much better, like in the ring, especially I feel like it was like from the CM Punk match going on. He had that match with CM Punk at the beginning of the year, and I feel like he just put on really good matches after that. I'm hoping Tony Khan's gonna freaking book him somewhat well now. I sort of when we got the little promo on last week's Dynamite, I maybe that's where we're going. I want to say Powerhouse Hobbs, but what do you think?
I want to give it to Mandy Rose. I'm sorry, she did improve.
Okay, so we're all over the place.
So what y'all think? Who can we go with? Who we leaning toward? Who?
I mean,
I want to go with Yuta, but you can if you say Mandy Rose, I'm fine with it.
Okay, yeah, I'm good with Mandy Rose too, just for the simple fact that she got shafted at the end. How you gonna fire her over some nipple, bro? That's crazy.
She got ratted
it's between Willa Yuta and Mandy Rose. Tori, it's up to you.
Oh, we can go Mandy then. I mean, like I said, she got a bum rap at the end of the day. I feel like she did go back to NXT and get a lot better at wrestling. Because I look back at someone like when her and Sonya Deville were together, they were not the greatest in ring. Like, not even close to it. And when she got down there with Toxic Attraction and we got to see in all the matches, it was much more. I feel like it was way more palatable. So I'm definitely okay with her being most improved, but I still think she should just go full on the OnlyFans. She'll make millions.
Only yams.
Yeah. By the way, y'all see
she got the yams too. I can't believe Dolph Ziggler dropped the ball on that though.
Yeah, in the description, I'm gonna let y'all know. Y'all can go like and subscribe right now. I appreciate y'all if y'all do. So I'm just gonna show this. But like and subscribe to Blur Cartel. That's what my boy Cam is. Shout out to Spider Cam. Go like and subscribe. They got a show coming up when we get done. Like and subscribe to our channel. Also in the description, I got the list. So y'all can vote for whoever you want in the comments. Just pick whatever you want. Tell us your list because we want to hear it. And I want to know your reasoning why. Or if you just have a specific topic, you like, I agree with most of what y'all saying, but this one, this is why I feel like this. I want to hear it. Let us know in the comment section below.
We fake care about your opinions.
Damn.
I actually care.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say Zelmay might actually care. I fake care about your opinions, and I'm just looking to argue with you on the internet.
Well, he wants to argue with you, so you even get more interaction. Cam, how do you feel about their opinion?
If they're subscribing, I love it. If they're not,
let's go.
SMD.
So we got Tag Team Wrestlers of the Year. Let me move this side of the way so y'all can see. FTR, Usos, The Acclaim, The Briscoes, Street Profits, Aussie Open, Young Bucks, Lucha Bros, Motor City Machine Guns, and Evil. Evil.
God, we came up with a huge pool for this category.
I mean,
but let's be honest.
But they're all. I mean, but that's the thing. You can make a case for any of these. I feel like, depending on what you're actually a fan of, because they all give you a little taste of something different. I mean, FTR are arguably the best in-ring tag team in the world. Freaking the Usos are the Usos. I mean, they got two sets of belts right now. Freaking running tag team division. Even though they don't wrestle that often, when they do, they still look amazing. They wrestle more than some champions, though. Shout out MJF. The Acclaimed, like I said, getting over the way they have, they've just, man. Because them niggas, didn't nobody care about Max Caster's raps at the beginning of this year like that.
And I now liked them better at the beginning.
I liked them. I've been an Acclaim fan from before they got
been getting
over
wet.
Like
I'm not going to be getting wet.
Low key, I think Max is running out of raps. But the Acclaimed, I feel like they did just get over so naturally though. And I mean the Briscoes are, I mean, my lord, those niggas can wrestle. And the promos, the no tooth promos, just like that crazy accent, like. And don't get me started in the ring. The noises that they make in the ring are otherworldly, but they add so much. Like it cuts through like the violence, but in a tasteful way. I mean, Street Profits, one of the best frog splashes in the freaking world. Montez Ford has, and Angela Dawkins is there. Aussie Open though, them niggas. They got down in New Japan and put on some bangers. The Young Bucks, the Cucamonga Kids, as Jim Cornette would call them.
Balding Buck.
Balding Buck, and what's the other one? I can't remember the other ones. I can't remember the name for Matt because Nick is Balding Buck. But yeah, they've put on matches that I've loved. They've also put on spot fest that I low key detested, but I mean, I'm still a mark at the end of the day for high spots and flippy doodiles, even though I try to be like, yeah, I love wrestling in general. Damn, them niggas can flip for being super skinny Christian kids from Rancho Cucamonga. And I mean, the Lucha Bros, I mean, Penta's got no fear. I mean, Ray Phoenix, that he's a phoenix. He can rise from the ashes. That nigga can fly. And never forget that Penta, I mean, when he gets all evil and he makes Alex wheel out the tombstone in front of him so he can carry out the shovel ominously and pop up from behind the tombstone. Even though the Lucha Bros got the best manager in the game. I love Alex Abrahante. But I feel like if I'm gonna make a pick, and this might be super black, but FTR, bro, and I love the Usos, but I mean, man, I feel like FTR are the tag team of the year all day.
Cam, I'm gonna put it back up there for Cam.
Usos been a banger. I think if you look at they have a 50% win ratio. They both have over 100 matches. It's just like they've been been on a tear just wrestling. So I feel though that's also important despite the storyline. I mean, if you look at Jimmy and Jay, the polar opposites of how they treat the Sami Zayn storyline.
Facts. I actually never thought about that.
Well, they don't make Solo Sikoa the point of winning, but they do win their matches despite of having Solo Sikoa. I know they're the reason Roman wins most of his matches, but
facts. The Usos be saving ass.
The Usos actually win their matches for the most part of not really much interference.
They win when the titles are on the line.
Matter of fact, they lose more because Sam and them argue and then they lose. That's how they lose.
Well, not anymore. Now the bloodline is a.
I'm talking about when they were losing. Sammy and Jay argued they lose the match.
They're all in God mode.
Yeah, FTR has been having bangers, but Dax Hardwood's been having kind of almost a better singles career than wrestling because TK can't book, obviously.
At all.
The Acclaim,
I'm so glad Cam sees it.
The Acclaim, I'm glad they got their title win. Congratulations to them.
They deserved it.
Too bad it was against Swerve in Our Glory, who was a wasted tag team. Good job to them. The Briscoes had a wasted year because some allegations and TK.
Notice Swerve in Our Glory wasn't on the list, folks.
Yeah, I mean the Briscoes wasn't on here. Shouldn't be on here, kind of because TK got scared of the IWC bullshit wrestling community because the Briscoes.
He said some homophobic stuff 10 years ago.
Oh goodness gracious!
Lord!
Street Profits post Money in the Bank didn't really do anything. Aussie Open's been amazing for the most part. This Young Bucks. I mean, whatever. Every match is the same for the Young Bucks. I can't really take
it's a spot fest.
It's a spot fest. Lucha
They're gonna hit you with the Meltzer driver. There's gonna be a super kick party. Somebody's gonna do some flips.
Ray Phoenix is kind of the anchor for them. Sorry,
you're not a Penta fan, Cam. What about when he had Alex pull out the tombstone on the wagon?
I don't like the fucking manager wearing gloves and Two-Face fucking tuxedos. Fuck that.
What? How do you not like Alex Abrahante? He's gold, bro.
We got Paul Heyman. Why the fuck I got like
He's Mexican. He's Mexican skinny Paul Heyman.
And I like MVP better. How about that?
Yeah, but Stokely Hathaway's over there too, though. They just gotta find something. You raggedy bitch. I was like, damn, he did Bryan Danielson. I was like, when that's all a nigga got to say, it was effective though.
You had to recover by calling him vegetable man. So
yeah,
you raggedy.
I was gonna say, you raggedy bitch. I was like, this nigga gets it.
You's a big motherfucker. Shout out to Rick Ross.
Shout out to. I hope Keith Lee loses some weight.
Motor City Machine Guns, they've been the same since forever. Shout out to Evil. I'm going to Usos. Just being this consistency.
See, so it'll. Zelmay, do you have are you picking someone else or one of these two?
It's up to the Usos and FTR. Let's go over between those two real quick and don't listen so we can so Cam get to his other show. Usos have been a part of the main storyline for 2 years and consistently showcased to the point when they on Raw feels like a big deal because they jumping people in the back. They went NWO the other day on Raw, and Raw was better just because they was NWOing people. Just because they showed it. Roman wasn't even that. Roman did a little preview that he did on SmackDown because he's in that same little room in the same colors. He just changed it to red and blue. And the show just felt better. FTR is the best in-ring performer this year, but they weren't showcased at all.
That's so true. TK's such a garbage booker, bro.
You have the best tag team. They don't even get. They said they didn't appear on TV for 5 months on AEW.
I feel a Cornette attack coming on. How do they win every fucking set of belts but the company they're under contract with? How does that make sense?
Cam, listen, Cam, they number one in power rankings, and they don't show them on TV for 5 months.
Because power rankings aren't real, so the fuck.
But the sports-based presentation, Cam, it's a sports-based presentation.
If you believe in the power rankings,
you have problems. Let me tell you about kayfabe.
Fucking the ass boys should have been. Damn, that was phrasing. The ass boys.
Fucking the ass boys is wild, Clipper.
Despite all right, their record, the ass boys should be the trios champions. I'm just saying, but
there's a gun club, bro.
A gun club. Fucking crazy.
I gotta give it to the Usos just because they're so
I
important.
can agree with that because they've been an integral part of the Bloodline storyline, and they've done beautifully in it.
They had the belt the whole year. They in ring, you can probably say that they might not be on the same level as FTR, but they ain't. They're not. That's all I was gonna say. They have had many. They're
still good though.
They've had many bangers in themselves, and they're important to the story, and they seem important. If we got to be it, they seem important. I'm sorry, FTR, they can't get on TV for months at a time. Dax Hardwood, as Cam said, had more single matches than they had tag matches on AEW.
Most of them.
They sent them to Mexico and Japan to wrestle, and like, hey, don't even wrestle in America because you don't even barely get on ROH.
Maybe JC's right again. Do the Young Bucks feel threatened by how amazing FTR is? Are they going to take away Uncle Dave's love?
Even when the Young Bucks was away on suspension, FTR couldn't get on TV. That's crazy how TK.
That is kind of wild. See, I didn't even think about it like that. Why does TK hate the Young?
TK fault. FTR should have been up there, but
no. But this goes back to my classic argument of EVP shouldn't be active wrestlers.
Yeah, but it's TK fault. The FTR didn't win. That's simple. It's TK fault. Usos win. But they will. I feel like they will get something next. So tag team match of the year.
Man, when they go back to Papa H, bro.
FTR versus the Briscoes 3 double dog card match. Usos versus Street Profits Money in the Bank, and the Acclaim versus Swerve Our Glory at All Out. I know I didn't spell the name right for the people in the comments that like, oh, it's supposed to be Our Glory. No, it's Swerve Our Glory. They don't get their name right. They don't deserve their name. But
Swerve Our Glory is crazy.
It is a wild optic.
But I go to Dog Collar Boy.
Me too. I think this is an easy one. Double Dog Collar was masterful.
It was 100%. We all knew that was going to get it. Shout out to the Street Profit Money in the Bank match. I don't even think people was expecting that match to be as great.
And I really don't. Because I didn't expect it to be as good as it was. If I'm keeping it in stack.
And I know that why isn't the other FTR Briscoe match? We only picked one. We don't need to pick multiple ones.
The Double Dog Collar was the culmination of the feud.
Yeah, we don't need to pick multiple. We picked the best one out of the three. We did that with Seth Rollins and them too, because they could have multiple match of the year candidate. So that's why you didn't see other ones, because I know people.
Everyone's a critic. That's why we're here.
Yeah, so we picked. We did when we were going over this list. We picked the best one that we thought about, because we knew that match was gonna win anyway. So one of them matches was gonna win. So. Faction of the year.
Woo, there's so many.
The Bloodline, Imperium, The Elite, Legado del Fantasma, LIDJ,
Los Ingobernables de Japan.
I'm not saying all that. Toxic Attraction, The Judgment Day, Honor No More, United Empire Bullet Club, and the BBC. And JAS, but they ain't winning, so I didn't put them up here.
I mean, is it not the Bloodline? I mean,
it is definitely the Bloodline, but shout out to everyone that showed up for the show on the Island of Relevancy.
We gave them time on the Island of Relevancy, but the Bloodline is clearly it's not close. Bloodline I've been seeing the debate.
Look at them.
Is the Bloodline better than the Feud? I'm like, yes. At this point. I mean, the Shield. I said the Feud. The Shield.
The Shield. Oh, is the Bloodline? Do y'all really feel like that? Y'all feel like the Bloodline's better than the Shield?
No.
The Shield was good.
I was going to say, I don't know, bro. The Shield was different.
The Shield was peak wrestling.
I was about to say, that was
But
amazing.
that round was so short to me.
These niggas showed up in bulletproof vests and hit niggas with triple power bombs.
We forget they only technically wrestled for a year and a half, because the first half of the year they were just.
But it was a year of being the hounds of justice.
Yeah, the only reason I'm saying this, by the way, where I say
Jon Moxley still had hair.
The only reason I'm saying the bloodline over them is simply because Vince ruined. Because the
Y'all
second
think
they
Mox can pull off the Sanford and Son?
no,
Jesus.
Come on, that's not fire. If he just takes it all off from the middle, just has the sides. Nah,
Real quick, I gotta log off and go do another show real quick. But I do appreciate coming on here.
Oh, Cam, before you go, just give me your list. Promo of the year.
Oof. Fuck. Jesus. I mean, it gotta be Seth Rollins, Matt Riddle. Riddle, you still there?
All right, storyline of the year.
Funk MJF. Well, no, Bloodline. I'm sorry.
Okay, and Superstar of the year. Who had the most cultural impact?
It gotta be Reigns because I would say MJF, but he fucked up with the coming back. Him coming back in that casino battle royal bullshit. It fell on
the firm jumping niggas to win the chip.
Is a good runner up, but I'm going Roman Reigns.
All right, so we got his picks. Me and Tori gonna finish. Thank you, Cam. See you on your show.
Oh, again, I can't hear AKA. Put your mom in the figure for a leg lock. Follow the boy across on Facebook, IG, YouTube, Twitter, Spotify, TikTok, Twitch. Appreciate being a yellow bugger boy. GGC Mafia over on 99 Media. Appreciate y'all, and hopefully y'all can slide and come back and do more stuff with us, and we can cohabitate together and do things,
intermingling and type shit.
Oh,
all that good stuff.
Yeah, we gotta do more shows together, more GGC Mafia shows. It'll be a good time.
I'm out. Appreciate you, Afro Comedy. Good job on not smoking Reggie.
Yep, you already know. Get the stress out of here.
And Cam, I might invite you on Man Cave next week because we got the State of the Black Man address. So
fair enough.
It's on Thursday. So all right, peace. And that's for everybody to know. Shout out to Cam. If you like our content, remember to like and subscribe.
Comment, subscribe. You guys know the goddamn rigmarole. Yeah.
Tori, do you even have to argue anymore about this list, Bloodline?
No, Bloodline got it. We were we were trying to be nice to everybody else. It was a big pool. We thought of a lot of good factions, but I mean, the Bloodline is the Bloodline.
Yeah. All right, Tori, promo of the year.
Promo of the year, bro. I feel like it has to be MJF versus CM Punk, but I can't. I just think about Seth Rollins versus Matt Riddle, and just when we didn't know if it was a shoot or not. So I feel like it can be super easy, and we go Seth Rollins, Matt Riddle, bro.
True.
So
True.
What do you think? That
MJF promo.
It was good.
It was so good. That Roman Reigns promo. I could quote that word for word, and that's impressive.
Yeah.
Nobody can touch me.
But Logan Paul, I am the table, bro. I am the table. In any industry I walk in, I'm the table. Bruh.
Bray Wyatt comeback promo was emotional.
It was good, bruh. It led into the talking in circles, but damn, it was a good start. And maybe they're going to, as long as we get to see him destroy somebody soon.
I think I might. Seth Rollins versus Matt Riddle is one of the promos that I just like turned my head and was like amused so much by.
Riddle, you still there?
Because it came out of nowhere. It was like I think it went off surprise factor. So I'm gonna have to.
Okay, I'm here for it. Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle promo of the year. Riddle, you there?
If we went off just like feud promos, we already gave MJF CM Punk feud of the year, right? Yeah. So.
Yeah.
This year has been dominated by MJF, CM Punk, and the Bloodline. So I've noticed that.
We gave Seth Rollins Wrestler of the Year too.
Yeah, so Seth Rollins is up here, so shout out to him. Just in ring work, that man is amazing. But yeah, we got two more. We got storyline of the year. This is gonna be out the top two. But
yeah, either Bloodline or MJF and Punk. Fuck Hangman and Jon Moxley. Man, MJ versus Punk, like I said, if you were just going to show somebody a wrestling feud and they never watched wrestling and you wanted to get them into it, you showed them CM Punk versus MJF. But the bloodline just ticks so many fucking boxes along the way. Like, they covered the whole spectrum from emotional trauma to freaking gaslighting, manipulation, lying.
And Kevin Owens was so... Adding Kevin Owens to it made it so much better.
What was Cam's picks? MJF? Was it Bloodline? See, I'm going to have to go CM Punk MJF, so it's up to you.
The little details, Tori. When Sami Zayn went in the ring on Raw 2 weeks ago, and then he was finna fight, and everybody, and he did a little smile like, we're going to do the fight forever thing. And then Kevin Owens just took his tape off and said, I'm not fighting you no more. I told you, I'm not doing this shit no more. And I was like, and Seth looked, and then Sami looked kind of hurt.
Yeah.
I was like, this is so beautiful. Why is it? Because you know they always fight toward that.
Yeah, but think MJF CM Punk, bruh, when, like I said, before they got to the match, when he showed up after he kicked him in the balls, bruh, peeled open the shirt with the picture of him and CM Punk, bro. I'm a snake, you stupid old man. What were you thinking?
He quoted his promo. It was so good. But I think I got to deduct points because the ending kind of was ruined by Punk, right?
I mean, what was it really? Because like the ending was, but it was the changing up on. Yeah, that is true. We never got MJF taking the belt off of Punk.
The whole thing of him coming back with the Casino Royale was to come back as the devil against Punk and finish the story, but then the scrum happened and we never finished it.
All right. I mean, like I said, if you want to give it to the bloodline, I'm not gonna argue. I was just saying.
And only reason it's so close, it is so close. But the only reason I'm gonna give it to because there hasn't been any hiccups in the bloodline storyline.
Yeah, it has been. It's flowed seamlessly.
MJF and CM Punk was flawless as well. They were both two flawless ones. One just got a hiccup at the end.
Very true.
That's how close it is. It's just one hiccup at the end, so I had to give it to the bloodline. Other than that, there were two flawless programs going on at the same time that could have elevated both shows.
Yeah.
One of them just ended. Because the Casino Royale playing that song that they got, that TK paid all that money for, doing the whole thing coming out the end of the show. I'm taking the bet off you. This is MJF moment. And then it kind of went to Moxley, and then it got weird. And I'm like, because the storyline was built.
Then we got William Regal getting 3 different times. He got leaving the company. He had Jon Moxley telling him to walk away. MJF getting him with the nuts, and then he also got the goddamn what was it that if you're watching this, it's too late video.
Oh, that was. They said they. I like the fact they actually point out that was made the week before.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah. But like I said, it left that the end left a bit of take up. We all of a sudden got us MJF.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's
MJF face turned. It turned weird. We got all that weird stuff because of it was ruined, and that kind of left a bit of even though it was perfect. If you watch the show, look at the bottom of the screen. It's full of MJF and CM Punk and the bloodline. Them the two things that's filled throughout the show, along with Seth Rollins. But
yeah,
that's the thing. And the last one is Superstar of the Year. Roman Reigns, MJF, Jade Cargille, Bianca Belair, and Sami Zayn. What I put on here is why I put this list the way it was, is who is the person that most mainstream, that if you mention the most people, who would they know? Outside of Logan Paul, we're not including him because he's famous for doing some like crazy wild scams and other things.
I gotta agree with Cam though. Roman Reigns out of this list. I mean,
he probably the most memed wrestler in the world.
Yeah. I don't know.
Bray Wyatt is fighting. He trying to come back, but Roman Reigns. Even last week when he hugged Sami, I seen that meme like 100 times on my Twitter.
Very true.
That little gaslight face.
Just a peek.
Yeah, that little gaslight face. I'm like, okay, that's all over my Twitter timeline. Every week, I'm talking about from people that don't watch wrestling. Will just look up like poses and faces, and they would just pick Roman Reigns. So even if he's not, and if he gets a match with The Rock next year, he's gonna probably win it next year because The Rock is way bigger than he was when he faced John Cena at this point. Even though he's hated, but Roman Reigns the face. Even though Bianca Belair did a lot, MJF is in movies. Jade Cargille has been around. Bianca Belair was at the Tennessee at college game day with her Tennessee Vols where she ran track. MJF have done TV shows and movies this year. So there's a lot of mainstream stuff. Even though Roman did do mainstream stuff, I think he did have something, but it ain't out yet. But I think just impact wise on people that know him, Roman Reigns is probably number one. Sami Zayn is just entertaining. And I think Johnny Knoxville's situation, I looked it up on Google. During that period, people know Johnny Knoxville, so they looked him up a lot. So I had to put him on the list out of respect. So, but I think it's Roman Reigns. He won. That's it. The bloodline dominated, MJF dominated, as I think the top people should. And that's a good thing about this year.
Yep.
And like I said, I want to remind y'all one more time before we got here that match of the year is Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville. Wee Man body slammed a grown man.
He did.
And a grown man got caught in a mousetrap. That was
that happened too.
And he got twerked on. Sami Zayn had a year, dog.
Yep, he did.
He had a year. Shout out to you. They told you should have went to AEW. They told Kevin Owens you should have went to AEW. And I don't know.
Shout out to the audience if they've stuck with us this long. Shout out to the audience.
Hour 35 minutes. Be back tomorrow. I think it's gonna be 1 or 2 Eastern. I gotta get with the group. I'll let you know in the group chat. It'll be up tonight sometime. So shout out to y'all. We gonna have a Keep It 99 awards where we put a bunch of different shows, TV shows, moments of the year, and all that stuff. Where Monray, Joe, and Tori.
Keep it coming soon.
Yeah, so we'll be back. The same background, the same colors. It just be about TV shows because we only gonna use this for our award show. Next year we'll have a whole bunch of stuff. We'll try to hire some people. Y'all already see the sign changing. I'll probably start streaming a little more.
Slowly but surely.
I'll probably start streaming soon, so it'll be a fun thing. So if y'all want to follow my Twitch, if you're on my Twitch, just go follow it. Linktree is below. But like I said, finally, if you stay this long, go down in the description and pick your list. I don't know what you do. If you agree with most of ours, just you can see at the bottom what it is. Say what you agree with, say what you don't agree with. I want to hear it. Tori kind of might want to just argue with you. So
yeah, tell me your opinion so I can say it's wrong if I feel like it is.
Yes, tell them Jon Moxley Hangman was the best feud.
Lie. So. Yes, go ahead, lie.
I appreciate you, and one more time for the last time on the wrestling show till 2023, Tori. They don't know.
Who are these niggas?
But they will. I appreciate y'all. Peace.